We bleed blue up in here in Connecticut.
And here we go. Second half of the season for Connecticut is under. Entry pass is picked off by Kelsey Plum. Looks to push it up the floor, gallops across the timeline. Azurá Stevens for three, drills it. She hit 5 against Connecticut back in mid-July. 20 to 25 minutes is the threshold. Charles with the steal on this end for the Sun. Rivers all alone, finds LeCon, streaking in for 2.
Block party.
Hits the brakes, finds LeCon on the skip, drives the alley, kick it out Charles, 3 in the air, it's good! Kelsey having her second most productive scoring season, fires a 3 and hits it. Sharp shooting early at Mohegan, 3 3-pointers combined.
And that's what Plum does. She's always been a sharpshooter, always been someone who you have to get a hand up and have her make contested shots.
Plum plays with pace, third fastest team in the league, the LA Sparks. 4th highest points per game, Hamby on the roll. Lays it in.
Favor as they want to also be in transition and push tempo.
Charles locks it up with the left, a finger roll. Pretty move by Tina Charles. Plays off the screen from Charles, flip it over the shoulder. Charles high-low, there you go. Opens up the post for Ono. And parachuting in Alamon. Plum fakes the walk-in, stripped by LeCon. Mabry lobs it ahead. Hartley is there. Cherry picking for 2. On a little 4-0 spurt. Backdoor Alamon, tight ropes the baseline. Plum fires, rattles home a 3. How hard is that?
It is so hard. It is so
Instinctually,
hard.
you want to dip and just get into that.
Gather. You want to gather and be prepared, but
no dip from Hartley.
No dip.
Charles and Hartley. Mabry draws 2, turned over. Stevens can handle the rock, pushes it up to her fellow big Hamby. 4 straight for De'Erica. Up to Jackson, still the starting 5 for LA. They get 71 points from their starting 5. That's the most in the W as Stevens deposits it up and in.
Again, just simple basketball, just off the pick and roll, drawing 2 and leaving it up for Stevens for an easy bucket.
Face-up game, Tina Charles. Butter. 9 for Charles. For the second all-time leading scorer in league history. Still lethal. For Kia Jackson in her bag, drives the alley, banks it up and in, and the foul. Sparks by 1, Charles pounds the dribble, kick it out Sheldon. Morrow on the offensive glass, reverses it up and in.
Morrow making an immediate impact coming into the game. She's been able to have impact in every game that she's been in.
Morrow pulled down 12 boards against the Fever in Boston last time out. Plum banks it home up to 8 points.
You're not supposed to move.
Mabry for 3. Money Mabry is back. Sun 2 for 4 from deep. Allen, soccer pass to Sheldon. She gets a turn, splash. Jackson has a motor.
Oh, 2 for $1.
Van Loo's like, give it to me.
2
I'll
for
take
$1. Let's go.
Bang. Sparks lead it by 1. So Connecticut hits 2 threes to close the first.
On the court.
Hartley gives it away. Van Loo, the scoop. Burrell can't bank it home. Old board Hamby. She is top 5 in the league in that category. LeCon for 3. Almost rattled back in. Hamby skyscrapes it down. Pushes the ball up the floor. Hamby absorbs the contact and 1. 10-0 run LA. 55% in the first quarter. Post entry Charles. Floats it up. That's one way to get yourself going. And 1. And 1 for 1 at the line. 87% at the stripe this year. 2-point game. Stevens. Step back 3. Cash. Azurá Stevens. 2 for 2 from deep tonight. Again, she hit 5 against the Sun.
Absolutely. And the growth that you've seen with Azurá going into this year has just been absolutely fantastic. I mean, she's really been able to expand her game. We all knew she had it in her, but she's really been able to connect.
Tina Charles with the answer from 15 feet out. The problem is she's 6'6". She can shoot the you-know-what out of it, says Coach Roberts. Over 3-pointers in the last 11 games. The newcomer Torre is back in there, and she just fouled the big in stride. That is Ray Burrell and one. W minutes, did play in the preseason with Golden State, signed to a 7-day contract with Connecticut earlier this week. Hartley, dribble, shoot, rattle it home. Big shot for the Sun to get within 5.
Once I got comfortable, it was game over, especially with Marina Mabry out the past few games. She had to just start creating offense, as you can see right now.
Sun is beaming on the other end. A step-in 3 for Hartley. And it's a 2-point game. We're trading threes tonight. Plum banks it home.
Did she just give her a 2?
At the 4, Jackson the 3 and evens the 5. Shot clock to 2. Mabry, sidestep, 3-ball. Well short. Mabry now 1 for 7 in her return. Thankfully, Nelson Adota is there for the cleanup. 5 seconds left in the half. Charles puts the head down midair. That one is crisp. Nelson Adota banks it home. 1.7 for Alamon. Our 14th lead change. LA 47, Connecticut 46. Hartley in traffic, nowhere to go. Just lay it up and in, why don't you?
I think the one thing I really like about the Sparks offense is that they don't really force threes. Like, there's one person that can really go out and get their own shot, and that's Plum.
That's what you do, you just move on and ignore. Off the back iron doesn't go. Here comes Plum. Surging, lob it. Hamby does the rest. Kelsey Plum with her 4th assist. That was the headline going into the season, with the veteran presences of Charles and Mabry. Now with Marina back, is that open space for Tina Charles. The floater goes down. She started 6 for 6. That's a conversation between the coaching staff and the training staff, I'd imagine, right?
For sure. Coaching staff, training staff, and the player.
And the player, yeah.
The player, for sure. And she'll have some say it. The player's never going to want Plum again. Get into the rim.
And Dearica is a plus 17 in the game. That's the best of any player on the floor tonight. So say what you want. Roll to the cup. Big to big action.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if she really gets her free throws down pat, she put up MVP numbers.
Morrow for 3. Bottoms up. Big shot. Big shot for the Sun.
Getting to her strong hand, getting downhill, and finishing at the rim. And when she's going left, she's practically impossible to stop.
Tina Charles swirl it home on the fadeaway. Tina. Sheldon, Lacan, Peters, Allen, and Charles, the 5 for Connecticut. Peters for 3. She's 6th in the league in assist-to-turnover ratio. In her last 6 games, 33 assists, just 5 turnovers. Charles, one knee, you said it.
Automatic.
Goes up. 24 for just joining us. Bria Hartley was ejected in the 3rd because she was assessed her 2nd technical, but Tina Charles wants to put the team on her back. 22 points. Plum up fake. Sitting on 22 points. Fires and hits. Lets out a roar. Plum dog.
I knew she was going to shoot.
LA at 51% for the night. Just constantly working away from the ball. Everybody's moving. Hamby lays it in. 20 for Hamby. Another double-double for Hamby. 7 on the year now. They matter when you play an elite team. When they play New York Saturday, that's the ultimate litmus test for this team. No disrespect to Washington or Connecticut, but that's another level, right? The New York Liberty as Alamon hits the 3. Mabry probes. Nelson Adota. Defense to offense. Is garnering some momentum. Cannon tried to push it to Fagan. Mabry keeps her feet down and hits a 3. I was on Nantucket for a few days. It was nice.
You're the only person that didn't leave. Megan's out, got some sun. The whole crew was on vacation.
Well, the Sparks best the Sun tonight. That's a 4th consecutive win for Lynn Roberts and company. A season-high 101 points, and they win this one by 15.